friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Friday. Wow, Fridays used to have a whole different meaning. Now it's just a day. What a day. Guys, sorry for the late start. Our hearts and energy and everything are going towards Steph Sabra today because she has a huge shoot. And we were doing our thing and getting her ready. She looks like a dime piece. Maybe I'll have her show you guys her face before she walks out the door. But yeah, it's been a good morning so far. Look at that. Good quarantine morning. How's that happen? But before we move forward with the show today, as you guys know, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the fucking cops who killed Breonna Taylor 170 something days into this. So, we can just keep waiting for people to do the right thing, or we could do the right thing today. Something tells me today is not the day, but you never know. People can surprise you. A lot going on in the world, especially in the world of entertainment. So we will be talking about all of that. Bella Thorne, we've talked about her OnlyFans and people being kind of bummed that she did this OnlyFans that raised her $2 million. But there's part 2 of that because apparently she promised her OnlyFans a nude photo shoot, and instead she covered them bits. So people want a refund. Okay. All right. We'll break that down. Also, in the weird world of entertainment, there's an X-Files reboot or a new X-Files show in the works at Fox. That's not that weird. We've already had that before. It makes sense. Proven property. But this is an animated comedy X-Files. Huh? All right. We'll break that down. New Mutants opened up with $750,000 in Thursday previews. So crazy to be talking about movie box offices right now. I didn't think we'd be talking about box office money until 2021, but here we are. Look at New Mutants go. It's like the little movie that couldn't. A couple friends of mine are talking about going to see this movie in the drive-in. I know Cam Rice told me he got me a ticket for Tuesday. Drive-in seems safe enough, but I just don't know. And there's also some other stuff going on about this movie that I want to break down as well. And then probably the most important piece of news today, it's not even really news, but it is the anniversary of the March on Washington, which took place in 1963. My favorite basketball player of all time, Bill Russell, was put out this amazing 1-minute piece. Maybe we'll even share it on the show today, but about his experience actually being there. Like, can you imagine hearing the I Have a Dream speech in person? Imagine that. I really, truly can't. But in some ways we've come far. In some ways we have not come far at all. Remember how I started the show with Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly? Pretty sure they're not included in Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech. So it's not part of his dream. And we're going to continue to talk about that from here on out. Also, I have a Roxy Advice Corner for you guys today. Not to worry, all that and more. Plus, checking those super chats and the Streamlabs coming in from you guys. Really appreciate all your support, and I'll also be making some announcements about future streams. And of course, tonight is the big Kevin Smith, Chris Jericho match. So predictions, last minute thoughts, all that great stuff. Starting with the Streamlabs today, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Adam Tasic said, I think I missed a day. Consider this 6 of 7, telling Roxy I admire her hustle and she's an inspiration to me and reminding her she's intelligent, beautiful, powerful, and a force of nature. Adam, I'm here for this. Wait, I want to see that jean jacket on. Did it look cute? That wasn't to you guys, but just doing last minute. Steph looks like literally this is the best outfit of all time. Really? Holy shit, Steph. Show? Wait, this is really cute with it, actually. Really yeah, 100% you should show. Wait, going into...
Roxy helped me pick out this entire outfit.
They can't even see fully. No, but it looks fucking sick. Look at these pants. Look at those abs and your waist. What? Dare I say, look at her butt? You guys can't see it, but it's so dope. I love you. Okay, wait, let me check on this and tell you just before you leave. So it is kind of live at the Stexy. Okay, we're 1 minute away. 1 minute away. Okay. Looks like 3 blocks. Perfect. And then call me when you're done so that I can come grab you, or text me when you think you're like 10 minutes out.
Okay.
if you can. You look amazing.
Thank you. I love you.
I can't tell the people, but you're going to crush what you do today.
Thank you.
Steph is so in her element today. It's insane. You look so good. I love you. Everyone thinks you look amazing. Everyone's commenting. Smoke show. Guys, so good. Okay. Fire. Yeah, totally. Damn, that's hot. Yeah, Steph crushes. And today's a big, big day for her. So everybody's energy is with her. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn Caesar in the house. Glenn, my hero. He says, hello, Roxy. Love you. Love you too, Glenn. I hope you and the Rockstars band have a happy, sunny, and fuck yeah, news-filled rest of your Friday. As always, thanks for hanging out with us before tonight's big match. Jericho and the Rockstars for the win, baby. Also, a TWG show tonight, maybe? Yes, we are doing a World Girl show tonight. In fact, we are doing that show at 7:15. So right after the match, come on over and watch our World Girls episode. We are doing a personality test, but maybe I'll yield a couple of questions about the match. Possibly, we'll see. Katie the Good Witch in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, I bought tickets to go to New Mutants last night, but I had to cancel them because of curfew in Minneapolis last night due to looting and rioting downtown. Might try to go sometime this weekend. Oh, interesting. You guys are on curfew right now? Wow, when LA was on curfew, that shit sucked. But in my neighborhood, the curfew was fucking 4 and then it was 2 p.m. 2 p.m. curfew. What is that? That shit is crazy. Great question coming in from Dodger Ryan. Steph's abs, diet or genetics? I would say it's a combination of both. In general, she has great genetics, but she also was a D1 athlete. She played field hockey for UC Davis. And so when you are young and like a workout fiend like she was, it kind of sticks with you for a while. She's also been doing a ton of yoga recently, and she eats relatively healthy, especially in the last year and a half. She's really focused on it. Steph is gone. She's a pescatarian now, which pisses me off because all I want to eat is meat. So we have a hard time sometimes. But yeah, in general, she eats pretty well. But then like all of a sudden, she'll have an entire roll of cookie dough. So she splurges too. She's just hot. Some people are just born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline or maybe it's Sabra jeans. Damn. Guys, that outfit was fire. You couldn't even see the whole thing. It looked fucking sick. Looked sick. And I helped her get ready too. We were doing the whole thing. I'm like running around because she got a call that she had to come to set 30 minutes before. So it's like, fuck. And like both of us were in complete underwear, just like chilling with like sweaty faces and stuff. And I was like, boom, 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 boom. Manny, she eats pasta though too. Yeah. And I love cookie dough also, Christopher. We're all on the same page about that. Katie, going back to what you said about New Mutants, let's just talk about this New Mutant situation. I am uncomfortable going to the movie theaters. Not that we really even can go to the movie theaters right now, depending on where you live. But I'm uncomfortable with it because I'm uncomfortable doing anything in COVID. I will say this week I've been very laxed with COVID. Not on purpose, but I have booked a couple of gigs that I've had to go to set because I have to pay my bills. And it's nerve-wracking. I was on set or I was filming at the Comedy Store on Wednesday. I felt like it was very safe. However, it's more people than I'm used to interacting with. And, I'm sitting next to Tehran and we're not wearing masks because we're on the show. And he's not somebody that I've interacted with yet. And then there was a producer in the room and he was wearing a mask and was farther away. But then there was also another guy who kept coming in to check on us, Richie. He was amazing, but he's not in a mask either. And then, interacting with people in the bathroom or like at the door. It's just indoor, even though you're in masks. So that was concerning. And then yesterday on set, most of the people weren't wearing masks. And that was really tough. And there was a lot of people there. I tried to really isolate myself. But also you don't want to make, like on set, you're not going to be invited back to set if you're not making other people comfortable. So I'm definitely going to chill for a couple of days, probably get tested. Again, I wore my mask when I wasn't on camera. I was sanitizing my hands nonstop. I was trying to social distance as much as I could. but these times I felt like fucking you know. So a movie theater, yes, it is my job to review movies. However, I'm not getting paid to review this movie in particular. So it's like, do I risk it for fun? Which is why the drive-in is a really great option. So I'm interested in that, but it's not even like New Mutants is something I'm dying to see, especially after all of the changes that they've made. I'm just checking in on Steph's Uber to make sure she's getting where she's going. Yes. So this was an interesting thing that I saw about New Mutants also. This was a post that was posted by Bob McLeod. I don't know how you say his name. I've seen it before, but Bob McLeod. So this is what he posted. He said, I was very excited when I heard they were making a New Mutants movie. I thought making it into a horror movie was perhaps an interesting idea, but not at all how the characters should be introduced to the public at large. But hey, my characters in a movie. I would never have thought that would actually happen. But then I was disappointed when they didn't give Danny braids, although I like Blue Hunt. I was disappointed when Rain wasn't a redhead with spiky hair, although I adore Maisie Williams. I was disappointed that Sam isn't tall and gawky, although I do like Charlie Heaton. But mainly, I was very disappointed that Roberto isn't short and dark-skinned. Yet another example of Hollywood whitewashing. There's just no excuse. So basically, hashtag Josh Boone erased everything I contributed to the way the characters look. And MacLeod, and now the movie has come out at last, and apparently they credited someone named Bob MacLeod as co-creator. So they spelled his name wrong. They couldn't even be bothered to check the spelling of my name sometime in the last 3 years. And that can't be fixed. That will be on the movie forever. I think I'm done with this movie. Ooh. Okay. Those are some fighting words. And I get it. I totally get it. That's tough. And the reviews aren't looking good. And this movie was pushed back. It's just, that's tough. And like, if you created characters and this is your baby and then they spell your name wrong, the amount of disrespect there is so fucked up. I can't even imagine what that would feel like. So I feel for him. I really do. That's fucked. Are you guys going to go see New Mutants? Are you going to wait until you can see it at home? How are you guys feeling? Glenn Caesar says, way to be, Steph. Way to be. Cookie dough for sure. I'll let her know you said so. Yeah, Steph's the shit. Dodger Ryan says, so I just finished Sons of Anarchy, and it's my top 3. All I have to say is that they're all villains. Next to binge watch is Weeds. Have a great weekend, Rocks. I loved the first several seasons of Weeds. Then it kind of fell off a little bit for me. Loved Sons of Anarchy also. Probably binging both those things is probably better than going to see New Mutants. Joseph Ashley says, straight fuckery on the creator. Totally. Weston Irish says, disrespectful, as RB3 would say. Straight up. Yeah, it's not kind what they did. Imagine creating something like from the depths of your soul, making something, and then they spell your name wrong when it's in the theaters. Like, fuck a duck, man. That's so shitty. Morse code Z in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, Steph looked amazing. My aunt was a department head, don't remember which, at UC Davis into the late 2000s before retiring. Also, is that a Twisted Sister short or something else made for you? Or something made for you? Oh, yeah, I want to rock and roll all night. This is a shirt that I fuck, this is coming out of here. This is a shirt that there's kind of a funny story about it. I was walking on the boardwalk, the Venice boardwalk, and my friend was going to buy this shirt. Looks like a vintage, but it's really not. Like from Kiss, not from Twisted Sister. Although I wanna rock, but it says rock and roll all night. I was walking on the boardwalk and she was gonna buy it, and I was like, "Yo, this is kind of fucked up, but like, I really want that." And she was like, really? I'm like gonna buy the shirt. And I was like, I know, but like, I love that shirt. So we were like, fuck, it's like vintage. There's no way there's going to be another one. And then he was like, I have like 80 of these. And then we realized it's just this junk food shirt and it's like been mass replicated. And so we both bought it. But yeah, I like Kiss a lot. I like their whole energy. Just kind of wild. So I love this cutoff shirt. And it's easy to breathe in, especially because hot as balls. It's hot as balls. It's hot as balls. Why'd she say it like that? We will never know. All right. So, with Tenet in theaters and New Mutants in theaters, it's kind of weird. 2020 is seeming like a little normal. Be fucking careful. I know I just told you guys I was on sets, but now, I have to pay the consequences, which means I don't get to go see my grandparents until I get tested, or stay away for a little bit to make sure that I'm feeling okay. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Did you just hear my stomach growl? It was loud. Let's move on talking about more Hollywood stuff. There's going to be an X-Files animated comedy at Fox. Huh? What? What the fuck is this? I got this email from Hollywood Reporter this morning or this afternoon. It was at 12:30. And I was like, is this some kind of a joke? This is super duper strange. The project would follow a new set of characters who comprise the division's junior varsity. Fox is looking to reopen the X-Files in the animated form. The network is developing a comedic animated take on the beloved series that will focus on a new set of character, a B team of agents working in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The potential series is called The X-Files Albuquerque and centers on an office of misfit agents who investigate cases too wacky, ridiculous, or dopey for Scully and Mulder. The concept is similar of CBS All Access Star Trek Lower Deck, which focused on low-level Federation workers. Fox has ordered a script and presentation for the project. Disney's 20th Century, which produced the original series and its two revivals, and Fox-owned animated studio Bento Box Entertainment, which does Bob's Burgers, are producing it. Rocky Russo and Jeremy Sosenko of Paradise PD and Brickleberry are writing and executive producing. X-Files creator Chris Carter will also exec produce via his 1013 Productions, along with series veteran Gabe Roeder. Fox has made a concerted push to develop new animated properties in the last couple of years to join The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers. Bless the Hearts and Duncanville are set to begin their second seasons in 2020/2021. And the network has also given newcomers The Great North, which has already been renewed for a second season, and Housebroken on deck. Both shows are animated by Bento Box, so all in the same family. Fox also made a direct broadcast deal with Rick and Morty co-creator Dan Harmon that includes a series commitment for an animated show. A lot of animated stuff going on Fox. Kind of makes sense. X-Files has been animated once before on Fox in a manner of speaking. Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny played Dana Scully and Fox Mulder on a 1997 episode of The Simpsons called Springfield Files. This I remembered. I don't know. I like the X-Files as much as the next person. However, really? I'm not clamoring for an animated X-File. I wasn't even clamoring for a reboot, but we got that and it was cool. But then an animated reboot, I don't know. I get that you can do that now because it's hard to have people on set in 2020. So animated is better. But then an animated comedy, I guess it could be funny. Who am I to say? But this is like, maybe just come up with a new concept and just make it an animated investigative TV show comedy. Like, why is this an X-File show? And then I know because business, you want to use the name because it's easier to launch from. So that makes sense. But at the same time, it's just like, this feels like a mad force, Fox. I'm not going to lie. You're forcing it, dog. You're forcing it. That's how I feel, at least. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the chat, in the super chat, in the Streamlabs, and all that good stuff. Let's move forward. Staying in the topic of the entertainment industry, though. Bella Thorne covering her bits. Why'd I just do that? Who the fuck knows? Bella Thorne, guys, she went on OnlyFans. In case you missed my show where I talked about this, she was experimenting or trying to figure out something for a role that's upcoming for her. So she started an OnlyFans. OnlyFans is a site similar to Patreon, but typically for sexier things. She promised her fans in the $200 level a nude photo shoot. And then she gave them a photo shoot that was not nude. It was sexy, but she was covering her bits, which means it's not nude. Fans want their money back and are pissed at her. It's not the only reason they're pissed at her. They're also pissed because they feel like this takes away from sex workers' ability to get paid when big celebrities like her come in and try to do this as a little scam. Here's the thing. This is gross. Not to do this, but this is the gross part about this story. I never want to sit here and tell a woman, you need to show naked pictures of yourself. What the fuck? However, she told everybody she was going to do this, and then she basically scammed them and took their money. So if you say you're going to take naked pictures and show them, then like you kind of have to deliver. Like either don't say it and don't do it, or do it. But like right now, what am I going to do? Advocate like, Bella Thorne, show us your tits. What the fuck's wrong with you? No, but Bella Thorne, if you say you're going to show me your tits, show me your tits. You know? And because of this, OnlyFans had to change some of their policies. So as Daryl Lay is letting us know in here, and I was reading this as well, they changed their terms and conditions, and now everyone won't get paid for a month from now on because you have to deliver prior to the payment, which that's shitty too. So she like really fucked this up. And yeah, it is her fault for promising it. But it's gross to talk about because I'm just like, I never want to be a woman who tells another woman what to do with her body, but don't promise you're going to do something with your body and then do it. Or if you do that, then give everybody back their money. Like, just woof, 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 woof. Jake says also OnlyFans added caps to how much people can charge for PPV and tips, which fucked a lot of people. Totally. People who were making their living doing this. There are a lot of people who are making their living doing this, especially during a time of COVID where it's not safe to be making your living doing possibly what you were doing previously as a sex worker. So now you've moved over to this, but now you can't do this because Bella Thorne wanted to play a little game to do research for her role and then didn't deliver. Yikes. What the fuck, Bella Thorne? Why'd you do that? Did you think that people were going to be like, oh, that's nude enough? Come on. Like, that doesn't really make sense. And is so out of touch with the fact that this site actually matters to people. And I get it. That sounds kind of weird, but like a lot of people are paying their bills with this. And you didn't need it to pay your bills because you're a multimillionaire, but then you used it to do so, and then you didn't even deliver. I think she should have to give people a refund, though. And also, like, an apology for wasting everybody's time and fucking over the other people who are on OnlyFans. It's just fucked up. I enjoy watching Bella Thorne because she's so wild and her TikToks are crazy. And I told you guys I wrote her into a script of mine because I think she's seriously like an anomaly. But this is fucked. Yeah, Matt says Judge Roxy's right. If I'm the judge, I'm laying down the hammer on this one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeek. Yeek, yeek, yeek. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Morse Code Z says, isn't Bella Thorne the one that did a series of Pornhub vids, such as I'll Pet My Pussy, and then had a stuffed cat that she pet in the vid and the bathwater? I don't remember that. I do know there are a lot of nude photos of her on the internet that were leaked. I don't remember her petting her cat. The bathwater I remember, but was that Bella Thorne? It's hard to even know with all of these. You guys tell me in the chat. Gingerbread in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, you say huh like a Jew, LOL. I'm half Jewish, I can say this. So I started watching Dave since you said it to do so, and it is amazing. Episode 5 and 6, whoa, have you seen Atlanta? It is amazing. Episode 5 and 6 are both fucking incredible. I do say huh like a Jew, whatever that means, but you can say because you're half Jewish. And I have, of course, seen Atlanta. In Donald Glover, we trust. Atlanta's fucking awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Daryl says that's Belle Delphine. Oh, okay. Right, well, I get that. Bella Thorne, Belle Delphine. Just mixing up our bells. Sometimes you mix up your bells. Now, she was part of the scandal where the all the nude pictures of the celebs leaked. Remember when there was that one where like so many pictures leaked? There's a lot of nudies on there, which like is why this is kind of weird too. And this is a fucked up thing to say because she didn't leak those on purpose. Like nobody leaked them. She didn't want them out there, but like there are nude pictures of you already out on the internet. So it's kind of interesting that you were going to make this much money for more nudes. But of course, people aren't going to pay to see you this same amount to see you covering your bits because they could also see nude pictures of you. You know? Does that make sense? Oh my God, my stomach is growling so loud. It's so loud. Why am I coming so loud? Rox is weird, guys. Rox is super duper weird. Moving on from the entertainment industry, although if you guys have any more comments on that, just please let me know in the Super Chat or Streamlabs, also in the comments. Leave it in the fucking comments, dude. Love to see what you got to say in the comments. All the comments, get them lit. Make the comments go off. All that shit. Today, on this day, so August 28th in 1963, which feels like forever ago, but it's amazing that so many people are still, alive to tell the tale. Americans made their march to the Lincoln Memorial for the March on Washington. There are people marching today as well. And in some ways, we've come very far. And in some ways, we have really not. And it's kind of fucked up to think about. But I think it's really important to remember. I know that a lot of times Martin Luther King Jr. is either A, misquoted, B, inappropriately quoted, C, is not the only person that should be quoted. But today, of all days, it was not just him who spoke. There was a lot of people who spoke. I'm proud of my Jewish people as well, because a lot of Jews who marched. But I did hear this Bill Russell, this beautiful Bill Russell video. It was tweeted out by the Celtics and then also by Bill Russell himself and by the NBA that I thought was amazing. And it was just a minute. So I want to play it for you guys. Hopefully you can hear it. Hold on. Anybody who didn't hear this already. It's 1 minute and 1 second. Mood music.
I was here when Martin Luther King made that speech. I was in the audience.
Crazy.
That seemed like so long ago.
That seemed like long.
For us that were deeply involved, the changes were very slow. Just like walking down the street, one step at a time. I met him at the March on Washington. In fact, I was invited to go on the stage, but I respectfully declined.
Invited to go on stage? What?
My father used to tell me, for survival, black men had to understand white men to survive. But it was not true the other way around. And so you have to make your own way. What I tried to do was support all these guys.
Imagine that. And I'm sure some of you guys in here can relate, especially our black brothers and sisters in here, being told black men need to understand, or black people need to understand white people to survive, but not the other way around. How fucking crazy is that sentiment? And is so true, obviously. But just watching him and hearing him talk, thinking about what's going on with the NBA today, it's like we, as a society, we only love black people when it's fucking convenient. It's convenient to love Bill Russell because he's one of the best basketball players of all time. So racist people turn a blind eye to the fact that he's black because they love to watch him and they've loved to see what he's done now after that on the mic or anything like that. But it's not easy to love a black stranger, which is fucking disgusting and sad. And to grow up thinking that you need to understand another race of people, but they don't need to understand you is horrible. It's horrible. So he tweeted this out and he said, I was honored to attend #March on Washington alongside organizers and civil rights leaders. Today, the march is often reduced to Dr. King's speech, but we should also remember it as proof of the power of collective action. The march to true equality is ongoing. #register and #vote. I mean, very powerful. The NBA tweeted out this video initially. They said 11-time NBA champion and social justice pioneer at Real Bill Russell shares his memories of attending the March on Washington and witnessing Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. Just imagine being there. It's really unbelievable. It really is. So, yeah, I'm just incredibly impressed by him and, in general, people's ability to rise above hatred. And for anybody who doesn't think that, for anybody who thinks it's inappropriate that the NBA is taking off right now, it's like, go fuck yourselves. Like I was talking about, only when it's convenient. Like, Black people have given us some of the greatest entertainment and joy of our lives, between music and movies and TV and sports, especially dominating sports. And so, but now we want to watch sports, we want to watch basketball, so it's inconvenient for Black people to be fighting for Black people to not be murdered. What? How the fuck does that make any sense? How the fuck does that make any sense? I haven't looked at the chat. I'm seeing you guys say there's a troll. Oh, and his name's Marty McFly. Oh, man. It is what it is, and there's always going to be trolls, and then my amazing mods are always going to fucking get them. Shout out to you guys who are in here right now. If you're not, I believe you are, but let's see if no, Jake Yakoveta got him. Like, because you have a problem. You have a problem. There's something wrong with you. If you don't hear what I'm saying, there's something wrong with you. Truly. And we probably will never see eye to eye because you have not tapped into an elevated part of yourself, a non-hateful part of yourself. And I don't know how to get somebody to tap into that place. Leonardo says, send Marty back to the future. Maybe we should send him back to the past, because I don't want that in the future. And let's hope that that's not what our future looks like. Rob K in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider said, have you heard about the Holocaust TikTok trend? Thoughts? No, I have not. That makes me pretty concerned. What is the Holocaust TikTok trend? Dare I type this into my Google? Holocaust TikTok trend. TikTok Holocaust trend, hurtful and offensive, says Auschwitz Museum. How did I miss this? What's going on? The Auschwitz Memorial has criticized, by the way, this is coming from CNN, criticized a trend on TikTok in which young people portray themselves as victims of the Holocaust, saying the videos can be hurtful and offensive. The museum tweeted a statement on Wednesday responding to the videos shared on the Chinese-owned app, in which some users wear striped uniforms like those of concentration camp prisoners, Star of David armbands that Jews were forced to use under the Nazis. Wait, what's the trend, though? Why are they doing this? What are they trying to fucking do? Why would you do that? So the museum puts out a statement that says we have to be very careful in this discussion because the language used also very often in social media seems to carry lots of emotions, sometimes very strong. The statement says that we should vilify those involved in the trend. They say it's just a part of everyday lives and communication. Educators should work with young people to present the facts and stories, but also discuss how the commemorate in a meaningful and respectful way. I don't understand how this could possibly be a trend. I'm not trying to vilify, but what the why would that be a trend? What is that? Why would somebody think that that's okay? I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about? What? Oy. Oy. Rob K says they're trying to educate people about the Holocaust, but it comes off as tasteless. How is that educating them? In what way? Wow, that makes no sense to me. I'm going to have to look more into this and get back to you guys tomorrow, because as of right now, what the fuck? Richard Ganther in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, Black Lives Matter is an important movement / moment in our country, and it demands our attention. But I'm saddened that no one is talking about the millions of Muslims. I don't know how to say Uyghur. This has come up multiple times on the show. Sorry, guys, that are literally being put in concentration camps in China right now. Thoughts? We've talked about this several times on the show, actually, Richard. I'm not well versed enough in the subject matter to be able to speak on it extensively. But I'm grateful to you guys for making me aware of what was happening, because I had zero awareness of this as somebody who watches the news. I do think right now we are so inundated with a million things that are horrible that it is hard to keep up with all of the horrible things. Like for a while during the last several months, I told you guys there was a lot of anti-Semitic rhetoric going around. And I was like, but it's not my time to speak on that, because right now it's so important for us to band together and just say Black Lives Matter. And I don't want to take away from that cause by talking about, like, you know, people wearing fucking swastikas and shit. But then as time went on, I was more evolved and educated and realized, like, it's my job to talk about anti-Semitic bullshit, because if I don't, then we know what happens when you don't speak on these things. So we have to talk about multiple things at once, even when there's many egregious things going on. So with BBC pronounces it Uyghur. Thank you, Daryl. So it's important to talk about, and I need to educate myself more on the subject matter. But it's hard to dive into things that you know are going to make you just like miserable, but it's important to do so, and you can't bury your head in the sand. So yeah, I mean, I'm always talking about also the amount of fucking genocides that are taking place in the world that we are doing nothing about. So thank you for bringing this up. And if anybody else has any thoughts on the subject matter, then please feel free to share them. But my only thought in terms of that you're saddened that nobody's talking about this is because right now we're being so inundated that it's challenging to talk about all the things at once. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be. And it's very important too. So, yeah. Whew, guys, it's a lot today. It's a lot of Hollywood stuff, and then a lot of real world stuff. Not that Hollywood isn't the real world, but you know what I mean. And all of this stuff can really get you down. So please make sure you take care of your mental health today as well. Do the right thing, help people when you can, all of that stuff. But also, please take an extra long bath if you need to, go on a walk, drink some caffeine, you know, do some jumping jacks, bake a cake, whatever the fuck you need to just like do a face mask, meditate if you're Glenn. Okay. So in terms of Roxy's advice corner, which sounds like I just gave it, but that wasn't it. Today I want to talk about not letting other people let you be who you're not. What does that mean? So I feel like I'm a very good person. That's not to brag. That's not to be questioned. I'm not asking. At this point in my life, I feel like I'm a pretty good person. Could I be a better person? Everybody could. But have I grown immensely? Yes. Am I usually on the right, or whatever you want to call it, side of things? Yes. Do I fight for people who can't fight for themselves? Yes. So I feel pretty good about who I am and who I've grown up to be. And I bet a lot of you guys do too. Even if you think you can still grow, a lot of you guys probably still feel pretty good about who you are. Because if you're here, I'm guessing you're probably a pretty good person. Because we talk about self-improvement and betterment and the things that matter on the show. So put that to a side for a second. If you ever interact with somebody who you feel like makes you be who you're not, all of a sudden you'll be caught in a conversation with somebody and you feel extremely defensive or aggressive or whatever it is. For some reason, there are people in our lives who, when we are around them, we stop acting like ourselves. And I interacted with somebody the other day who I feel like makes me act like somebody I'm not. Now, that's not on that person. That's on me, because I have control over my body and my emotions. But this person, she's a woman. Whenever I interact with her, I feel like a lesser version of me. I feel like I have to start explaining myself, which is something I don't really do, because unless I did something wrong, why am I explaining myself to them? And all of a sudden I'm sending like novels out, which is so not me either, in text message, and going back and forth and getting kind of petty and having to stand up for myself in ways that I shouldn't have to. And so to you guys, I strongly advise that when you find these people, and if you know what I'm talking about, send bunnies, who just, whenever you interact with them, you're not yourself. You have to limit your interaction with them until you figure out a way to be who you are. Because you should never let anybody in your life who makes you a worse version of you. Yeah, getting some bunnies in. Hugo Chavez, Kate Van D, Al Moses, Manny Gonzalez, Matthew Gold, Glenn Caesar. Just to be aware, especially during this time. Simply Emily, Chuck Caslow. Somebody, being around them does not make you the best version of you, the person that you fought so hard to be. For whatever reason that is. This is personal Olivia Munn. No. No. Richard Ganther, Jonathan Donsel, Juan Mendez, Intelligent Cycle. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Gregory Castillo, Joseph Ashley, Mike Ordo. Just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for this. Garrett Lee, unfortunately, it's my family. Even then, you have to limit those types of interactions and figure out ways to continue to be yourself, even when other people are making it challenging. Be who the fuck you are, because you've worked hard to be that person. Don't let somebody else dictate who you are. Even if they push your buttons, even if they say shit that you feel like blowing up about. You are you. You are in control. And you need to limit interactions with people that make you less than you are. So hopefully that helps some of you guys who are in relationships that I don't want to call toxic, but that are not helpful to your life or to the betterment of the world. And by relationships, I don't mean sexual, intimate. It could be that as well, but I just mean friendships, family, anything. Glenn Caesar in the super chat says, from Kayan Bergen, sorry. Roxy's a warrior. She can party. She loves movies and she's down to earth. Does it get any better than this great show? And I hope you have a great weekend. Kayan, thank you so much. Glenn, thank you for writing that. I really appreciate it. You rock. Dr. Ryan says, doing one good deed a day helps with mental health for sure. It's like being as not selfish as you possibly can is almost a selfish thing because it makes you feel better in the long run. I totally feel that. So at least doing one good thing a day. Yes, yes, yes. Especially during this time of COVID. Absolutely. It's awesome. It's just freaking awesome. Oh, that was nice. I meant to put up NFL Caleb's, but Hugo, it was nice. NFL Caleb 22, thank you so much. Appreciate your support. As we are getting out of here, thank you guys for joining today. We will be back tomorrow live at the Roxy, but a little bit of housekeeping first. Tonight, we've got the match in the undercard. There's Ben Bateman and Andrew Guy that are competing at 5. And then there's the Chris Jericho, Kevin Smith match. I could not be more excited about this. Yes, yes, yes. And then after that at 7:15, the World Girls will be going live. And we're going to be taking up big major personality tests. So we're excited to do that. Hopefully you guys join in on the madness and the fun. Yes, 5 p.m. Pacific. So all of those things tonight. Then I'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. live at the Roxy, probably live at the Stexy because Steph will still be here. And then we've got a whole, I'll give you more announcements after that, but I'm on like 5 more shows in the next 24 hours. So there is all of that. Love you guys lots. Again, remember to not spend time with people who make you act like somebody you're not because you're fucking great. And I'm pretty sure of that because you're here. Much love to you guys. Jake, make your fucking bed. I want to see pictures of a made bed, not a non-made bed. And I will see you guys later tonight. Team Jericho all the way. Please, oh please. Fingers crossed, baby. He's so impressive that I'm sure we're going to pull this one through, but we could use your guys' support. So anyway, and also I'm getting shit on in the Schmodown right now. Everybody says I'm annoying, which I fucking am. So who cares? They can all suck my dick. All right. Bye, friends. Much love.